Welcome, I'm Robin. Welcome to week 2 of Peaceful Strength, and we're back working on our core today. We're always working our core, but the focus will be a little bit more core work in this short practice. You don't need anything, just yourself and maybe your mat, and let's get started on our backs. So you can have your knees bent and pointed up towards the ceiling, or you can straighten your legs in an active shavasana. Just taking a moment to arrive. So notice your breath. To notice any sounds you hear. And start to focus on your breath. Breathing in and out through your nose, Ujjayi breath, if that's possible. Otherwise, breathe in through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Just make it mindful breath. Perhaps set an intention for your practice. Take a deep breath in. And a complete exhale, let it go. Notice as you exhale, your navel pulls in towards your spine. Your ribs knit in. Bring both legs up to tabletop position, one at a time, so that your thigh bones are vertical, perpendicular to your mat, and your shins are parallel. You could flex and point your ankles to start. Maybe take some circles. And then keep your ankles flexed so that your toes point up. Take your hands to your thigh bones. Feel like you can press into your thighs and your thighs press back into your hands. Notice your back on the mat, pulling in that low belly, no arch underneath your belly. So take an inhale, relax, but keep your hands there. And then exhale, press into your hands, your thighs press into your hands press into your thighs. And then inhale, soften a little bit. And again, exhale, press in, ribs knit in, that navel pulls all the way down. And then relax. Your head is nice and rested on your mat. 3 more times like this. Exhale, press. Inhale, release. This is very small. You're not going to really see anything, but you'll feel it. Exhale, press. Pull that navel in, that deep core. Inhale, soften. 1 more. Exhale, press. And inhale, soften. Now keep your right hand and move it to your left thigh. And stretch your left arm over your head. Now it might not touch the ground, that's perfectly fine. Just find where it feels possible for you. And then inhale, straighten it up towards the ceiling. This is the starting position. As we exhale, we're going to lower our right heel and that left arm over our head, still pressing into the left thigh, and then inhale, come back up to center. So we did this last week, but not with our hand on our thigh. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Again, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, reach out. Your heel doesn't have to touch down. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Good. And then take both hands to your thigh bones again, and we're going to switch. Take your left hand, place it on your right thigh. Take your right arm and stretch it over your head to start. Just find your position where it can go today. And then inhale it back up towards the fingers straight up out of your shoulder towards the ceiling. As we exhale, we're going to lower our left heel and that right arm, and then inhale back up. Again, exhale, lower. Inhale back up. We've got 8 more. And 7, pulling that belly in, knitting your ribs in. 6, 5, exhaling as we lower down. 4, 3, softening all around your neck. 2, and 1 more. And come into center. Give both knees a hug. Rock a little side to side. So that really gets into the deep transverse abdominis muscle. Okay, so now take your knees and see if you can bring them in towards your armpits. So you might hold on behind your thighs, right knee towards right armpit, left knee towards left armpit. Your tailbone might lift a little bit here, and that's okay. Just try to get really small and compact. Try to keep this compression and reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling and flex your wrists so as if you were stamping your ceiling, the ceiling with your hands. And then from here on your exhale, curl your neck and shoulders up, trying to reach your knees into your elbows or your triceps. Lots of space around your neck, not crunching or hurting your neck in any way. Just getting really small and compact, holding, breathing. One more. And then lower down, knees to a squeeze. So that was like a crow pose just on your back. We're going to be working towards crow pose at the end of this week. And even if you have no interest in taking a crow pose, it's really good belly work. All right, so you can rock to one side to come up, or you can roll on your spine, getting a little momentum to come all the way up. Place your hands down, step back, downward facing dog. You pedal out through your heels. Your feet are hip bone distance apart, your hands shoulder distance apart. Feeling that crease at your hips, widening through your sitting bones. Maybe putting a bend in your knees here to really find that long spine. Big breath in. Big breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then come to your knees and lower down to your forearms. pressing the floor away, protracting your shoulders, spreading your shoulder blades around your back body. From here, stretch your right leg back, stretch your left leg back. If that is too much, lower both knees back down or just one knee at a time. Holding this forearm plank, lengthening your tailbone, head in line with your spine. I'm going to take that right knee and draw it in towards your right elbow. Send it back. Left knee towards your left elbow. Send it back. Pressing the floor away the whole time with your elbows, your forearms, your fingers. Keep switching side to side. You can always go much slower and keep the other knee down. Keep it going, switching side to side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees, child's pose. Maybe turn your palms up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Big breath out. Turn your palms down, walk your hands over to the right side of the mat. Feel a big stretch in the side body. Maybe take that left hand on top of your right hand to feel more of a stretch. Come back through center, over to the left. Your hands can be side by side, or that right hand can come on top. Really reaching that right hip towards that right heel. And then walk back to center. Come back up to all fours. Straighten that right leg back, keeping the ball of the foot on the mat for a moment, and then lifting the leg up. Just like we did in our forearms, we're going to take that right knee towards our right elbow, lift it up towards our right armpit, and then send it back. Right knee towards your right elbow, up towards your armpit, send it back. 2 more, right knee, right arm, elbow, armpit, send it back. 1 more. Exhaling as we hug in and send it back. Lower it down. Let's switch. Left leg goes back. Ball of the foot on the mat to start. Pressing the floor away. Head in line with your spine. And then squeeze your glutes, lift that leg up. We're going to take that left knee towards your left elbow. As we exhale, reach it up towards your armpit, send it back. Again, exhale, come in, elbow, armpit, send it back. 2 more, exhale. Send it back. 1 more. Reach it back and lower it down. Keep both knees down. Bring them in towards one another. Down to your forearms. Pressing the floor away again. You're going to take your right forearm, roll it towards the center of the mat. Swivel onto your side. So your hips are all the way down now, but you're still pulling up on your right, the right side of your body here. So you could stay right here, or you can bend your knees, lift up away from the floor in this version of a side plank. Strong through that right shoulder, pulling up away from the floor. Maybe taking your hand behind your head. Exhale, lower that elbow towards the mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open. Still pulling up away from the floor. Exhale. Inhale, one more exhale. Inhale, reach up. Come back to center. Switch sides, swivel that left forearm in. You're on your knees, roll to your left side. Straightening both legs, staying here, pulling your side waist up away from the floor. Or you can bend your knees. Lift your hips up. Your right arm can rest by your side. Or you can take your hand up. And then take your hand behind your head, little crunches, drawing that right elbow towards the mat, lifting it back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 2 more, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 1 more, exhale. Inhale, maybe lifting the arm up, trying to keep your hips nice and stacked. And then lower down, come back to your forearms to Sphinx pose. So you're pulling your heart forward, pulling your belly in. If this is too much, lower back down. Feeling this gentle back bend. Legs no wider than your hips, pressing into your toenails. Two more breaths. One more breath. And then lower all the way down to your belly. Resting your forehead on your hands. And then take your hands by your ribs, wrists under elbows. Tuck your toes. Maybe lift your knees or keep them down, coming up to a plank. Lifting your hips, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Another big breath in. And big breath out. And then come to your knees. Bring both feet to the mat. Sitting up nice and tall through that low spine. You can take your hands back behind you and puff up your chest, either with your fingers away from you or your fingers towards your body. And you can stay here, or you can hold on behind your thighs and stay here. Or you can lift up one leg and then the other. Maybe both legs, shifting your weight back for Navasana, the boat pose. Maybe reaching your arms forward and breathing. You can also straighten your legs here. We didn't do too much hamstring work yet, so I'm not going to today. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your knees down. Open up your thighs a little bit here. Take your hands behind your thighs. Pull your heart forward like you were doing a cow pose. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Only do this if it feels okay with your back. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. And then come back up one more boat. Knowing that you can keep your legs down here, you can keep your arms down. Breathing. For 3, 2, And bringing your legs down, opening up your legs into a butterfly shape. The soles of your feet together. If this is too much, just sit cross-legged. You can also put blocks or pillows underneath your thighs. There's a little hip opening, sitting up nice and tall. Take your hands behind your back, tilt your pelvis a little bit forward. Maybe look up and open your throat. One more breath. Maybe opening up your feet like a book. And then just come to a cross-legged position or extend your legs. Or if you prefer, you can lie down on your back. Soften your gaze or close your eyes. Just a few moments of meditation. Just notice how we feel in our bodies. Finding that peace, finding that strength, all from within. You could stay here as long as you like. You could press pause. But if you're ready to come back, maybe roll your head from side to side, releasing any tension around your neck. If you're on your back, you can hug your knees into your chest and roll to one side. And pause. If you're still sitting upright, maybe you're rolling your shoulders. Just connecting back to any intention that you set at the beginning. And find your way up to a comfortable seat. Your eyes still closed or soft. Reach your arms up over your head. Lower your right arm down, take a side bend, maybe look up. Come back to center, side bend, maybe look up. And come back to center, twist to the right, taking that right hand behind your back. Coming back to center, twist to the left, sitting up nice and tall. Feeling into those oblique muscles, the sides of your waist. And then come back to center. Take your hands to your heart, Anjali Mudra. A lot of gratitude for our breath, body, the practice of yoga. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here today. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you're doing with the series. I'd love to hear from you. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't, and I hope to see you for the next class.